Well, here we go. Little new segment with Pete and Scott, and I think they're going to fire a couple things at us here, Scotty, and see what they're going to see what they got here in store for us for our little intermission. We already know that Curtis Dixon is spoken for, so we learned that already in the first intermission. But you ready for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's shoot for question number one here. Both the Redmond and Lakers went into OT in their season openers. Will this major lacrosse season be one of the tightest in recent memory? All right, that's a good question. What do you think?
I'm going to say no. I think the two first games were tight because a lot of the rosters are depleted. Guys are missing a lot of star players. I think once everyone gets back, you'll see Six Nations, Peterborough pull away. It's not going to be like previous years. It's not going to be a boring year to watch by any means, but it's going to be Peterborough Six Nations running away with it this year. Everyone else looking down.
All right. I will agree with you to an extent. We'll see what the Oakville Rock do. I have a feeling they may be a little bit of a sleeper team, if you will. Maybe push Peterborough Six Nations a little bit. Will they finish as high as 1 or 2? Probably not, but I think they can play with anyone. So we'll see. Let's go to question number 2 here. Let's see what this says. How well are the Lakers managing their turnover in their roster? Well, so far so good. I mean, tonight they're certainly playing very well with a lot of regulars out of the lineup and a lot of guys. I guess the question is more based on the fact that John Grant Jr. has moved on, the greatest lacrosse player, some would say, ever. It depends. I personally think on sort of the decade or sort of the era, if you will, but certainly, yes, someone would argue that they're losing the best player to ever put on a Lakers uniform. So how are they handling it? Well, we've seen Turner Evans play well. Holden Cantoni, I think, is going to pick up some of that offense that will be missing by the likes of John Grant Jr. and Scotty Self on the back end, a guy that was a staple back there. Bob Keese, the defensive coordinator, a huge fan of Scott Self. Well, there's some guys stepping up, as we've seen tonight, filling in that role quite nicely so far. What are your thoughts?
You know what? I'll go back a little bit. So if you go back to 2012, the last Man Cup they won, they lost Laverty shortly after, Whitey. All these guys slowly start falling. You lose a couple a year. They haven't won a Man Cup since 2012. I'm going to say they're not handling it great. They haven't been able to get back to where they need to be. That loss last year was really tough. Mm-hmm. They need to redeem themselves. They need a Man Cup victory this year. It's been way too long.
Man Cup or nothing, says Scott. All right, that leads us to our Twitter question here tonight as well. Who will be the Lakers' undercover MVP? A, Turner Evans. B, Corey Vitarelli. C, Brad Self. Or D, Robert Hope. People are able to vote on Twitter tonight at Kojiko TV PTBO. And the results, I believe, are in, Scott. And we'll go with our thoughts first. I voted for Turner Evans. I have a feeling you may have. I'm not 100% sure, but who did you vote for? Can you tell us?
You have to find me on Twitter, so shout out to my Twitter handle at ScottArnold12.
Yes.
And then you can see who I voted for, but I did say earlier, Turner Evans, I think, is going to have a breakthrough year, and I think this is going to be his season.
The fans at home watching, they think Robert Hope will be the undercover most valuable player.
They completely disagree with you and I. Only 14%.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. No worries there. But yes, at Scott Arnold 12, of course, you were the 12th person named Scott Arnold to get on Twitter. The first 11 went before you did. No, that's your old jersey number, which is a great Twitter handle for sure. So that was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll do it again as well, perhaps on a future broadcast. We're going to take a quick timeout. It's all Lakers so far over the Brooklyn Redmond. Third period action coming up right after this.